Today I'm going to share the ultimate roadmap for studying jazz voicings on the guitar. If you are new to jazz, this is the perfect place to start. We will begin with shell voicings, then add tensions and finally explore rootless voicings. We will apply everything to 251 progressions and standards. By mastering this material, you'll be ready to play almost any jazz standard you come across. The standard we'll be using to apply these voicings in this video is Autumn Leaves. I chose this song because it's the ultimate jazz tune for starting to study jazz harmony. It features both major and minor 251 progressions. And it is also a 32-bar form. Also, I made all the materials from this lesson available to download for free. Just click the link on the description of this video. The first voicings you should learn for jazz guitar are shell voicings. They are easy to play and are super effective for applying to songs, especially if you are new to jazz. Shell voicings use only the 3rd and 7th or 6th of the chord. These are the most essential notes that define each sound. The 5th is omitted because it doesn't add too much unique information, as most chords naturally include a perfect 5th. We're going to explore 6 basic shell voicing chord types and organize them on the guitar using what I call Form A and Form B. For the Form A, the root will be on the 6th string of the guitar. The intervals for these shell voicings will be the root, the 7th or 6th, and then the 3rd. Let me show you all the 6 basic chord types using shell voicings with Form A. The first one is major 7. We'll have the root, major 7th, and the major 3rd. The second one is minor 7th. We'll have the root, minor 7th, and minor 3rd. The third one is dominant 7th. We'll have the root, minor 7th, and major 3rd. The fourth one is minor major 7th. We'll have the root, major 7th, and minor 3rd. The fifth one is major 6th. We'll have the root, major 6th, and major 3rd. And the last one is minor 6th. We'll have the root, major 6th, and minor 3rd. For Form B, the root will be on the 5th string. The intervals for these shell voicings will be the root, 3rd, and either the 7th or the 6th. Let me show you now all the 6 basic chord types using shell voicings with Form B. The first one is major 7th. We'll have the root, major 3rd, and major 7th. The second one is minor 7th. We'll have the root, minor 3rd, and minor 7th. The third one is dominant 7th. We'll have the root, major 3rd, and minor 7th. The fourth one is minor major 7th. We'll have the root, minor 3rd, and major 7th. The fifth one is major 6th. We'll have the root, major 3rd, and major 6th. And the last one is minor 6th. We'll have the root, minor 3rd, and major 6th. You should practice each voice in 12 keys using cycle 4 with one form each time. If you don't know, the cycle 4 is C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, and G. Let me show you how to practice in cycle 4 using minor 7 Form B shell voicing. Now, to be able to apply these shell voicings effortlessly over any jazz standard you may encounter, we will study them in 2-5-1s. This is a very common progression that happens in almost every jazz standard. I'm not gonna go too much into the theory of a 2-5-1, but in case you don't know them, here's a trick to identify the roots of each one. The 2 chord will be a major second above the 1 chord. For instance, if you are in C, the root of the 2 chord would be D, which is a major second above C. The 5 chord will be a perfect 5th above the 1 chord. For example, if you are in C, the root of the 5 chord would be G, which is a perfect 5th above C. Now let me show you the progressions with the chord qualities for both major and minor 2-5-1. Let's start with the major 2-5-1. The 2 chord will be 2 minor 7. The 5 chord will be 5-7. And the 1 chord will be 1 major 7 or 1-6. We'll use both in the progression to make it 4 bars. Let me show in C major using form A and form B. The form will be based on which one we'll use for the 1 chord. And to help with voice leading, we alternate between form A and B for the other chords. Here's the major 2-5-1 using form A in the key of C. Now, here's the major 2-5-1 using form B in the key of C. Now for the minor 2-5-1, the 2 chord will be 2 minor 7 flat 5, the 5 chord will be 5-7, and the 1 chord will be 1 minor major 7 or 1 minor 6, or also 1 minor 7. Here I'm going to use both 1 minor major 7 and 1 minor 6, so we can practice all the 6 basic chord types we studied earlier. For the 2 minor 7 flat 5, since we don't have a shell voicing for this chord, we use the one from the minor 7th chord. The only thing is that the chord will be incomplete, but you can use this in place of the minor 7 flat 5. Here's the minor 2-5-1 using form A in the key of D minor. Now, here's the minor 2-5-1 using form B in the key of D minor. You can practice this using cycle 4 just like how we did with each voicing earlier, but now do with the 2-5-1 progression. Let me show you how this works using the form B for major 2-5-1. Now, let's apply these shell voicings to the standard autumn leaves. We will focus only on the first 8 bars of this song, so this video doesn't get too long. In autumn leaves, we start with a major 2-5-1 to B flat, then move to a minor 2-5-1 in G minor. To keep things simple, while comping jazz, we use the Charleston rhythm. Here's how it works in case you don't know. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me play over autumn leaves using the shell voicings. Now, let's create some more interesting voicings by adding a note on top of the shell voicings. The notes we'll be adding can be tensions or chord tones. I'm going to give you the ones that are mostly common used for each of them. Let's start with the major 2-5-1. Using form A, we'll add the 5th on top of the minor 7. We'll add the 9 on top of the 5-7. Then we'll add the fifth on top of the 1 major 7, and also on top of the 1/6. Now for the major 2-5-1 using form B, we will add the 9th on top of the 2 minor 7, the 13th on top of the 5/7, and the 9th on top of the 1 major 7, and also the 1/6. Now for the minor 2-5-1 using form A, we add the flat 5 on top of the 2 minor 7 flat 5, the flat 9 on top of the 5/7, and the 5th on top of the minor major 7, and the 1 minor 6. Now, for the minor 2-5-1 using form B, there is a trick we apply for the 2 minor 7 flat 5. We'll add the flat 5 again, but by doing this, we'll mess up the voice leading for the 2-5-1. So instead, we alternate the 5th with the flat 3. This gives us a nice and smooth voicing for the 2 minor 7 flat 5. For the 5/7, we'll add the flat 13. And for the 1 minor major 7, we'll add the 9th. And for the 1 minor 6, we also add the 9th. Remember to practice everything in 12 keys using cycle 4. Now let's apply this to Autumn Leaves. All the voicings we studied so far had the roots on the bottom note. However, when you go play with a jazz band, the bass player will already be playing the roots of each chord. If you also play the voicings with the root on the bottom note, it will become too muddy and busy, since both of you and the bass player will be playing the same thing. This is why you should use these voicings I'm about to show you. They are called rootless voices, meaning we don't have the root in them. To create them, we're simply going to take out the root from the voicings we studied earlier. By doing this, we end up with 3-note voicings. Let me show them for the major 2-5-1. And now for the minor 2-5-1. Remember to work on them in 12 keys using cycle 4. You might feel this a little harder than the other one, since now you don't have the roots in the voicing to help you find the place on the fretboard. Let me show you the major 2-5-1 in cycle 4 using form B. Now, let's apply the rootless voicings over Autumn Leaves. That's it for today's video. I hope this lesson helped you understand jazz guitar voicings. Remember to practice these voicings over as many standards as you can. It will make a big difference in your playing. If you want to dive deeper into jazz guitar, I offer private lessons where we can work one-on-one to develop your skills and tackle any problems you may have. Here's a list of some of the concepts I teach in my private lessons. You can also pre-register for my upcoming 50-week jazz guitar online course, which is designed to take you step by step with weekly online lessons through everything you need to master jazz guitar. All the details are in the description of this video, so make sure to check it out, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment letting me know what you'd like to learn next. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Check out some of these other videos I have on my channel.